Let's take a look at the Tudor Peli 39 millimeter. Yeah, this is the no date, smaller variant, 200-meter water resist. This, I'm spoiler alert, I'm going to say is the potentially the Tudor to buy. When I say that, I mean like if you're into dive watches and you want, like that tool watch, you're not going to stretch it. You're not going to go to the full Submariner way. This might be the better option for a lot of people. For one, you can get it. For two, titanium is great. I love titanium. And three, like it's a Tudor Peli. Like this is like the Tudor Submariners, essentially, is what I'm looking at right here. This is like it's like people that are waiting for it. Stop waiting. This is it. This is it. I don't think you're ever going to see what you envision. This is it right here. So big thanks to my buddy Josh down in Chicago. This is his watch, and he wears it. He definitely wears it. Now, titanium is going to show scratches more than other materials anyway, but this one's definitely got some pre-loving going on. Like, it's definitely marked up and stuff, which is what you want to see on this watch. Like, you want to get a watch like this, and you want to use it. You want to wear it and experience it and enjoy the quality of product that you've purchased, because it's not cheap. These are $4,600 retail if they have it in the cabinet, which I've visited recently a couple of Tudor ADs, and they don't have these. They have some other ones. There's certain ones I still don't see. You can get the larger Peli. Last one I just visited down in Southeast Michigan, they had the left-hand drive. I think they had the right-hand drive. They had quite a few watches there. They even had the Pro, the GMT one. They had quite a few, but they did not have the 39 millimeter. And I think that's because people are buying them up. And there's only so many coming in. I know they're making them as fast as they can, but people are buying them up. So let's zoom in a little bit. I've already kind of spoiler alerted everything. Like, this is a great watch, and I'm sure Tudor is going to expand this lineup. What other colors are they going to do? I mean, it's probably easy to predict that they're going to do the blue. That blue that they use on the full-size Peli is just amazing. It needs to make its way to this model for sure, but potentially, a limited edition color or something, maybe a white dial. I don't know. Mix it up. Tudor can mix it up, right? They have that ability to play around a little bit, whereas a lot of their other watches are more they have like a vintage overtone to them, with the riveted bracelets and the gilded hands and everything like that. When you go to the Pelagos lineup, or Pelagos, however you want to say it, then these are like new and fresh, right? So it opens them up to do something current if they want to. This even has lume cast markers. I'll try to zoom in a little bit more. Zooming in more. So you can see it has lume cast markers, and then it has the white framed snowflake handset with a bunch of lume in there. So lume's going to be great. The bezel's lumed. It is a ceramic bezel insert, but it's, what do you call it? It's brushed outward. Still got the 60-click bezel, the shield signed crown. Actually has some writing on the case back. This does have their in-house movement. It's the MT5400. Has 70-hour power reserve. It's COSC, so super accurate, and anti-magnetic as well. Now, I measured the case on this at 39 millimeter, but the bezel's 40 millimeter. That's why, even for me, which I prefer a little bit larger watch, like, I can completely wear this watch. And if I had a spare $4,600 laying around, I could be easily drawn into picking up one of these. Like, it's that good. Like, I could see picking one of these up. Not a problem. So 39 millimeter case, 40 millimeter bezel. The lug to lug is a 46.75. The thickness is only 11.93 millimeter, under 12 millimeter thick, thin, whatever you want to call it. It's perfect. 21 millimeter lug width. I had to measure that a few times. Don't care because it's going to stay on this bracelet. Or they include this. So you keep the fitted end link on there, and then you put this on there. Now this strap is much better than the one that comes on the 42, the larger Peli, the full-size one, because this feels thinner, more pliable, more wearable. The original one actually feels pretty terrible. This one, I think people will actually wear that one. I could see that. I would actually even swap it out occasionally, but it would pretty much live on bracelet. Bracelet does taper down. You know what? I didn't get the measurement on the taper, but I'm assuming it's around 16. Yeah, 16. And then you have the T-fit clasp in all titanium with the ceramic ball bearings. T-fit meaning that you have that no tool on the fly. Oops, that's the dive extension, which you can still do the T-fit even with the dive extension out. And the dive extension actually tells you insert there first. So like what you have to do is you have to insert this beveled part here. You have to insert that first, then snap that down, and that's how that goes. But there, yeah, it's all the way out. Now I didn't add a link. Josh said I could add a link and wear it, but like I can wear it. It's just a little snug like this, or I can drop out the dive extension, and it works great. But it is such a comfortable watch. 6.9 millimeter screw down crown. It's a phenomenal crown, easy to grip, nice pop, and when you pop it out, like it's super rigid feeling, and it just screws in just perfect. So no issues there. Bezel action. Tudor has the best 60-click bezel action in the industry. I've handled a lot of watches, guys. Nobody does it better. I love the tactile feel, love the audio feedback that you get from it. It's perfect. Now, I will say I did not pick up on most Tudor dive watches. There's a little bit deeper detent at the 60 that will like kind of hold there, a little more friction. I don't get that on this one. And usually you have to, that's like really tight. Usually it has to be on wrist to feel it. Yeah, I see. I don't get it at all on this one. And since I have it on wrist, there it is. Zoom back out. There it is on wrist. A little tight for me right now because I didn't size it. But here, let me pop this out so I can actually put it on, and you guys can see it on my wrist a little more comfortable. There you go. So there it is on my 7 1/4 inch wrist. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. I have zero complaints with this watch. Zero. I have no complaints with this watch. I love the grade 2 titanium. I would have to add a link, but in its current sizing, it weighs in at 104 gram. The weight is perfect. The dial text is perfect. You know, on the old one, people complain about too much text. This one just says Peli 200 meters, 660 feet. Chronometer, officially certified, Swiss made at the bottom. I love the Loomcast markers, the snowflake hands I'm a huge fan of. I have nothing to pick on with this. I mean, maybe somebody could say something about the 21 millimeter, but to me it's irrelevant because it's going to live on this bracelet or the included strap. Like, what else are you going to put on this? And if you do absolutely need to put like a different strap option on this watch, then buy it in 21 millimeter. There's companies out there that make them. It is what it is. Or get a custom made one. You just spent $4,600 on a watch. Drop a couple $100 on a strap. $200-300. Who cares? Just saying. I think I covered it. It's a great watch. And I was wearing my Scurfa today, which is a little bit larger. I can't stand the crystals on the Scurfa. That's the thing I have. It almost looks hazy from the underside, and maybe this one is. I don't know. If I could find somebody that could swap this out for a clear double domed, I don't like the single dome. Other than that, I absolutely love this watch as well. And it has similar vibes. It's a little bit smaller. I love the titanium. It's just it's just not, I mean, you can clearly see it's not as visible as this one. I know it's a weird comparison because most people don't have well, I don't know, maybe you do have a Scurfa. But oftentimes when people are buying at this level, they maybe let go of the Scurfa. But, I mean, I know Josh, and Josh has a couple of Scurfa, and he has the Tudor Peli. So what do I know? We're We're an interesting bunch, us watch enthusiasts, that's for sure. Let's kill the lights. You know what? I'm not even going to blast it with UV light. It just doesn't need it. The lume on this thing is incredible. Yeah, there you go. Those lume casts plus the fully loomed bezel and the oversized snowflake handset just gives you the opportunity for massive amount of lume. It does not disappoint. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you on the next vid.